I'm a 30-year-old woman named Emily, and for most of my life, I've been the steady one in the family. My sister Rachel, who's 33, is the opposite. Loud, confident, and somehow always in the spotlight, even when she hasn't earned it. We both work for our father's mid-sized logistics company. I run operations, and Rachel handles client relations, though anyone looking in from the outside would think she built the entire business by herself. Rachel thrives on presentation, perfect outfits, hand gestures, that confident tone that makes people think she knows everything. I stick to spreadsheets, vendor calls, and making sure things actually work. When shipments go out on time, it's because of my planning. When a client renews, it's usually because of my follow-ups. But when someone gives credit, it somehow lands in Rachel's lap. Over the years, I let it happen. I thought keeping the peace was better than fighting for recognition. Rachel loved telling stories at family gatherings about how she closed deals single-handedly, even when I had done the legwork. Our parents never noticed the difference. My mom would smile proudly and call Rachel such a natural leader, while my dad nodded, saying confidence was half the battle in business. Meanwhile, I handled payroll issues, vendor delays, and the quiet fires no one else saw. Rachel built her reputation carefully. She posted company photos on social media, always front and center, and exaggerated results just enough to sound impressive. When relatives repeated her stories, I stayed quiet. Correcting her would only make me look petty. That became my routine. Swallow the frustration, let her bask in the glow, and move on. Then came the dinner that changed everything. One of our father's business acquaintances approached Rachel and congratulated her for a logistics proposal I had written. Rachel smiled and said, "Emily's great with details, but I make things happen." Everyone laughed like it was harmless, but I caught the smirk that followed. That was the moment I realized she wasn't clueless. She knew exactly what she was doing. Every compliment she took from my work made her look bigger and me smaller. That night, I thought back to all the little things I'd ignored. When Rachel redecorated my apartment while I was away, she posted pictures online with captions about finally giving her sister a sense of style. When she joked in front of friends that my boyfriend Luke learned confidence from her, I laughed it off. Luke didn't. Over dinner one night, he said quietly that I'd trained Rachel to believe she could rewrite any story and I'd let her. He wasn't wrong. I started seeing patterns everywhere. The way Rachel spoke in absolutes, how she made every shared success sound like her solo performance. It wasn't competition anymore, it was control. A few weeks later, my father announced a 25th anniversary company gala. He said it would be Rachel's project, her chance to show what she can do. She clapped her hands like a child who'd just won a prize. Everyone else cheered. I just nodded. Rachel threw herself into it immediately, calling decorators, planners, and photographers. She treated it like her personal brand launch, not a company milestone. When our father asked me to help a little in the background, I agreed. But this time I meant it literally. No fixing, no saving, no stepping in to cover her chaos. I handled logistics quietly and watched as she overbooked vendors, bragged online, and promised things she couldn't organize. For once, I didn't step in to rescue her. I wanted to see what happened when her performance met reality. By the time the gala plans were in motion, I had stopped being the quiet helper. I became the observer, calm, detached, and ready. Rachel still thought I was in her shadow. She didn't notice I'd stepped out of it already. The gala became Rachel's stage long before it even began. She hired a decorator who specialized in luxury weddings, brought in a photographer weeks early for planning content, and treated every meeting like a press event.